beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Off the play fake, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
After the sack on 1st down, Winston. That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. To throw is Winston. And this will be caught by Edwards. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Winston sneaking it. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
First down, Winston. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, Dolphins. Brandon Ayuk, 36 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, Winston. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Here's 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys 31. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Play action now. Winston. Forced out, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Seven, our score after 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the gun. Winston. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Winston keeps it himself, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Winston to throw it this time. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
It's a first down and more for Gibson. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Right down their throat.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just a yard to go here on second down. A give running right, Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now Tua. Open target here, Darius Slayton. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb, his second sack of the night. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. Johnson to return it. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Winston. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tua going to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Gain is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Steps away to his left. To a hit, and the ball is out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Tua. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Following the interception, Winston. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football, so what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of his end zone, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, Dolphins 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson now returning. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Winston. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Miami. Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 46-yard line.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Dallas. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Richards. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st down, Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Winston's throw taken in by Adams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47.
Here's Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Gano's kick is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston. He hits Adams, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On play action, here's Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Two running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Cowboys, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.